Someone got upset with me and said I was a nobody. Hold on, guys. That's a little bit better. So, today we're talking about being somebody. So, like, I'm a college dropout, and I was a psych major, and then I switched from psych majoring to art and English. I wanted to be a writer, a poet. I didn't know like what I was going to do, like if I was going to teach, if I was going to like what I was going to do with my life. I just was like, this is where my heart is. And to make a long story short, I got a really cool apartment. My mom opened the boutique. I worked at her store and at a art studio for a little bit. I left school. I enjoyed working and having my own place. And I looked into like really what I wanted to do. And I found passion in teaching younger kids and in writing. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. But there's not much money in in being an educator, being a teacher, especially if you're a substitute teacher, and if it's early child care development, or if it's elementary, like maybe in places like New York, maybe in California, you may get compensated a little bit better, but it's still nowhere near what they deserve. We deserve, because I'm a sub. But I haven't like substituting money has constituted to me having some really cool pads that I can rent. Like, I haven't really made proper renovating. Like, I haven't really renovated my resume to where I can maybe become an investor. I haven't just taken the time to go back to school. I've been like focusing on my mental health, building a family, being a quality person, like controlling my eating habits, honestly, like homey things. Like I haven't really been prioritized. Like I haven't been focused so much on like building an empire and like being a like a boss lady, to be honest. And that's because I just really have been focused on the love of my life, us having our dream home, and just like having a family, and that's it. I haven't even really, well, I have written some books. I wrote a book titled Juneteenth. It's a horror. It's finished. I just haven't decided how I'm going to go about publishing it. I have a book that's finished, titled The Dark Mage, but it's unedited. And my partner has helped me with those books, which is what I would like to do. And I've worked very hard. I work very hard on the things that I'm passionate about. But I like to think that me being somebody to the world isn't really as important, to be honest. I don't plan on putting my name on some of my bigger projects. I plan to be anonymous. I thought about it, and I'm like, I do want to write a really good book and get a lot of profit from it, and I would love for it to be something that changes the game, like when it comes to figurative writing, when it comes to poetry, when it comes to just newer generations and how we're expressing today. Like I want to be a game changer, but I don't need a face. I don't need it. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be like it's her. I just want it to be the work, if that makes sense. Maybe not. The point that I'm making is that I have plans to really do something great with my writing. I have plans to change the game a bit, actually a lot. And it's a big goal, and it's a lot of fucking work, and I'm willing to do it. But I had to, after watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Timothy Ward, and a few other YouTubers that I like on here, like the Manifesting House, I sat back, and the Manifest House, the girl who makes the videos about manifesting and stuff, like, I really enjoy watching her videos. And I sat back and I said to myself, am I enjoying the climb? Am I enjoying the climb? Because currently I'm working. I'm like, in parenting and building relationships and building my future and manifesting the next 50, 60 years of my life, like, and going into my middle ages, and how do I want things to be, and then the end stage of my life, how I want to rest in my power, so to speak. What does that look like? And I had to ask myself, after watching these influencers, am I enjoying the climb? Like, am I really enjoying the climb? Am I taking time out of my day in my life to enjoy where I'm at now, even though I haven't written that book? And I'm still a mother to small children, and I'm still, like, they haven't gone to Spelman or fucking Harvard or Hogwarts or whatever. It's just like, every one that I encounter in my own personal life are grinding for their future, but I don't know if they're really enjoying their present, like the life that they're living in this moment and what they're doing. Like, are they enjoying that? Are they, like, I had to ask myself, so I'm pretty sure that it's something that I can sit down with people that's close to me and ask them, hey, have you left time out to really appreciate the small tiny ass apartment that you're living in, or this office job that you're holding down right now, or the fact that you're having to pack lunches and wash clothes and do dishes and change diapers and go to the library and budget. Like, are you actually, like, really enjoying this time, this hustling time, this grinding time, this family time, this penny pinching time, this making and molding time? Are you taking time out to enjoy that? Here's something that I thought about for myself to remind me that, hey, I gotta, like, really savor this, because even when I do make it and I am, like, resting in my power and I'm sitting in my big ass Victorian and I'm retired, I still don't want to be like, man, I don't have really the energy. I miss some things. I miss some, I don't want to have regrets. And I just want to be, like, happy there, but I also want to go back and be like, oh man, that was fucking awesome, because I've done it before. I've gone, like, there was a time when I didn't know how to drive. There was a time when I didn't know, like, what a clock in button, like clocking in and out of work. There was a time when I had to crunch, study, stay up late 14 hours in a day to pass an exam. I didn't have, like, any knowledge of what a marriage was, parenting was. A hard day for me was just getting through school. I didn't have money, like, I had nothing for myself. And, like, when I sit back and I think about that, and I'm like, most of the time, I'm like, shit, that sucks. I'm glad to have my own space. I'm glad to have had my own home to curate and have had my own, like, things going on and different things like that. Like, I'm happy that I don't have to be in that space where I don't have money and I'm just in school and I'm under my parents' rule entirely. But then, like, there were times that I enjoyed, like, really, really enjoyed, that I can go back to in my mind and really be like, oh wow, that was fucking awesome. I was 15, but we were, like, doing really cool shit, and I made some really great art, and I did some really good poetry there, and I actually had time. I really enjoyed that day and that time and those people, and I want to be able to do that every stage in my life. I want to be able to go back. Hold on. I want to be able to do that and like sit back and be like, yeah, when I was 15, I couldn't drive. I was under my parents' ruling. I didn't have as much liberties as I do now as an adult. I didn't know anything about true love. I didn't have a marriage. So what did I have, and what was freaking awesome back then? And there are so many things because I had the time and opportunity, and I took the opportunity to savor those things, and I'm doing it now, and I want to continue to do it. And so I guess for me, I'm thankful for those people that set me down. Like, you know, they said whatever they needed to say on this platform. They set me down and had me thinking, well, what am I enjoying about my life today? And I don't want to ever, I want to be able to continuously go back and enjoy each stage. I hope that you guys are doing the same. I hope that you're enjoying now. Because honestly, there's no days promised, clearly. You can't determine if, you don't really know if this is your last day or not. So enjoy it to the best. You're like, what would you be doing if this was your last day? I mean, maybe that's a bit intense, but I'm working in that. I'm walking in that direction. Like, what would I do if this was my last day? It's not really big, to be honest. It's not like I'm gonna go rock climbing or scuba diving or jump out of an airplane. It's more like, well, let me go watch my favorite show. Let me go bake a pie. Let me learn how to do this. I've always wanted to learn how to do it. Why not do it now? So that is where my head is. I hope y'all are enjoying your climb. I hope that you're not so wrapped up in the future and you're enjoying the present moment. That's it.